let's not forget why we're here. Airport was not broken. Didn't need to be fixed. There was nothing wrong with that airport. You had a good airport before. You got the exact same airport now. Thanks to Mr. Cruz, Mr. Sanders, the people that came before them, that had the vision, that did the legwork to put the airport there. And then thanks to the manager, Mr. Hay, I think his name is, over the last 8 years that was out there that helped build the Benson days and all the other stuff, all the good news at the airport. Wasn't broken, didn't need to be fixed. Mr. Atchley broke it. Mr. Atchley created a crisis at the airport. That's why I suggested that instead of talking about whether it's advisory or authority, which doesn't make any difference, just keep it like it was. Have them do the same thing they were doing before because it wasn't broken. And here we are at this juncture. The elephant in the room is not whether you want advisory or some authority out there. The elephant in the room is the management of the airport, the day-to-day management. What do you do when somebody lands with a gear up? What do you do out there when the fuel shows up and going into your 10,000-gallon tank to make sure the procedures are followed? What do you do when the nozzle's not working and spraying fuel all over the place? What do you do about all that stuff? Who keeps the boats out of the hangars? Jim Hay did all that stuff. $3,000 a year is what it cost you, plus a mobile home. There was nothing wrong with that airport. Now what do you have? You don't even want to talk about it. That was the agenda tonight, was to talk about how are you going to manage the airport. Not about if the board's an advisory board, is how are you going to manage your airport. Now I heard, I think last time you have 7 people that are getting training from maybe Mr. Shea or somebody has been consulted. Now the question I would put on your financial plan for your budget is, how much is it going to cost to manage your airport in the future? How many more people are you going to have to hire to manage that airport, to double time or moonlight or whatever to manage that airport? You had a manager out there. There was nothing wrong with it. The history that the young lady said here shows all kinds of management situations out there, whether the people are employees or not. You could have left it just like it was. You didn't have to fire Mr. Hay. You could have left him there. Everything would have stayed the same. Your airport wasn't broken. It would have just gotten better. And now look at, we have the threats, clear threats by Mr. Lambert. Over and over, retribution threats because the pilots came here and the pilots stood up here and supported Mr. Hay. Retribution. Now we're bringing up how many airplanes are you going to put in a hangar. We're going to raise the price of fuel.
I'm not going to take 3 minutes.
We're going to do all of the bad things to pay the pilots back.
Does anybody else on the commission have anything?
You got it?
I'm not going to take